ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Meshcasters on Air. I'm your host, Jaywon, and today we have yet another exciting topic to discuss.
Whether you are a hopeless romantic all your life or getting ready with someone, TikTok has been the genesis of many social media trends in the past 5 years. Just to give a perspective of its meteoric rise since its inception in 2016, the mobile phone took 16 years to reach 100 million users. Netflix took 10 years, Twitter took 6, Gmail took 5, Facebook in 48 months, Instagram in 30 months, and for TikTok, only 9 months. It took TikTok less than a calendar year to amass 100 million users, and it's never looked back since. The platform currently has 1 billion monthly active users and is the go-to social media platform for most Generation Z and millennials today. Its user interface, mechanics, and algorithm also make it conducive to spark social media trends and garner attention. I remember back in 2017 when all the kids were taking water bottles and flipping them.
That would have been funny to see. The potential for a massive spike in attention on TikTok is immense. And it's no surprise that we hear many clients who want to tap into this incredible potential to increase awareness of their brands, especially when a huge portion of the potential eyeballs are the highly lauded Gen Z and millennials. Furthermore, TikTok has a certain perception in the eyes of its users. It represents a certain sense of authenticity and expression. So brands can leverage on this characteristic to showcase their brand's personality and creativity in a manner that feels genuine and not so manufactured. And this is by design. From the tone of the AI voiceover to the aesthetic design and the color palette, it's all very intentional to create a more casual vibe as opposed to a corporate feel.
This sounds incredible. It's like gold mine of viewership all in one platform. However, this is where I have to step in and tell clients out there to pump the brakes a bit. There are a few things to take note of when thinking about transitioning onto TikTok. Firstly, due to the bite-sized content and passive swiping nature of the user interface, it can be very easy for content to get lost in the noise in the content ocean of TikTok. Furthermore, those aforementioned trends tend to have a very short shelf life. And as we all know, successful businesses are focused on long-term growth rather than the burst of short-term gains. As a result, there's a need for TikTok accounts to produce regular content to stay visible in the highly competitive space. If not, you will easily fall out of favor with the TikTok algorithm and you will lose considerable visibility. Also, TikTok is no magic bullet. While the immense potential is undeniable, at the end of the day, it's just that, potential. It's very easy for content on TikTok to fall absolutely flat. This happens when the content does not resonate with the users or does not hook their attention fast enough, which is crucial due to the fast-paced nature of TikTok and the generally short attention span of the average user. Also, this is not a cost-free venture as there could be a need to invest some cost into the production of the TikTok content to ensure it is of sufficient quality, and there is a highly likely the need to purchase engagement boosts to ensure that your content reaches the desired number of users. And all of this cost and time may not pay off if the content does not generate enough attention.
So, with all of this in mind, how should brands decide on whether to venture into the TikTok universe? Well, it depends on a number of factors. Firstly, set out what your goals and expectations are if you were to commit to starting a TikTok channel and see if they are sufficient and achievable. To do so, your brand must evaluate if the nature of TikTok's fast-paced and bite-sized content style and younger demographic suits these goals. Then, consider if your brand has enough resources to invest in this venture. Expanding your brand onto TikTok requires a commitment of consistent effort and time. If your brand is unable to do this properly, you may be better diverting your time and resources to other consumer touchpoints with more assured results and less volatility. Brands must respect the nature and demands of TikTok if they wish to truly reap its benefits. Lastly, brands must integrate the TikTok content into their overall marketing plan, and it should not be seen as an isolated effort so as to ensure a clear direction and purpose for the TikTok content.
Even if you were to conclude that it will not be suitable for your brand to start a TikTok channel, there are still other ways you can tap into TikTok's immense reach and potential. One such way is to engage in KOL's collaboration campaign, where you partner with influencers on TikTok to produce content for your brand. You can even use this as a litmus test on how the TikTok audience receives your content before you dive into the TikTok universe.
Alright, that is where we'll wrap up for this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe and to tune in to our future episodes. Till then, take care.
Bye!
Bye!